Hi guys, this is Christine, your relationship and mindset mastery doctor and your leverage for change. Today I'm going to continue with the dismissive avoidant attachment style. And in this video, I'll be speaking in terms of individuals who are in relationship with someone with this attachment style. Now, you're already married to this person, you're already in a deep relationship with them, and you're trying to make it work. You're trying to make it work, right? Now, I have to say to you that there may come a time when you realize that this is a lot of work and you should not feel that you have to stay in a relationship because of whatever reason. If you're going to be unhappy most of the time, and if this is like you're trying to fix somebody who may not want to be fixed, this this is for individuals who may see that their partner, who is a dismissive avoidant attachment, who has a dismissive avoidant attachment style, is willing to work with you through the process and what you need to understand about them and how to work through some of these core wounds that they have that they do not even realize most of the time, because as I mentioned in an earlier video, that this person with this attachment style is not introspective enough. They're not emotionally intelligent enough because they cannot deal with emotions, right? They never had that when they were in their childhood, baby, from birth to maybe 2-3. That attachment style is formed, right? And they've buried it. It hurts so much. It hurts them so much, all of these core wounds, that most of them they've buried really deep. So they'll never ever try to excavate them enough or to, think about them enough to fix them. But if this person somehow has reached a stage where they are aware that something is wrong, but they don't know how to fix it, and yet you want to work with them through it to see if you can, you can have a healthy relationship, as healthy as possible with this attachment style, then if they're willing to do the work, then I say go ahead and try these things, okay? So first of all, let's see what someone with this attachment style view as a great relationship. The first thing, they don't want you to depend on them for everything, which it shouldn't be anyway in any relationship. But different partners are going to present different things, especially the anxious, preoccupied. They're going to want to be fully into this person's space because they love closeness, right? But for an individual with a dismissive avoidant attachment style, they not only want their space, they need space. And this attachment style will want to be wants more space than most people do, right? So you have to be okay and understand that, and be okay. When I say maybe not fully okay with that, but you have to realize that this is not about you. It's about their core wounds, and they're trying to deal with it as much as they can with the information that they have at this time, right? So the best thing to do is to make sure they want you to have activities and hobbies outside of your relationship with them. They want you to have a life outside of your relationship with them, because then they won't feel so claustrophobic and suffocated by your presence all the time, every day, all day. They want to know that you can go ahead and you will go ahead and be quite happy doing what you do, because they are going to need that space as well. And so they want you to be almost like able to be able to do those things, have friends, have hobbies, what interests outside of them. They want you to be self-sufficient and self-reliant, okay? They need more space, as I said, than most people do, and you need to be okay with that. The next thing is that they want to feel supported. And all of these guys stem from the core wounds as children, that partner, the fact that they want you to be, they've learned to be self-reliant because of how they were treated as kids. And they want you to be the same. They want to feel supported and understood and not questioned, and that the things that they do sometimes does not come with punishment. They want to feel that they have a certain amount of autonomy to do what they want, to go where they want. They want to feel like they have that freedom, which is respected by you, and you are okay with that. But they also want to know that they can rely on you when they need you. So yes, it does seem like a one-sided thing, and that's why I said, in the first part of my video, I said, guys, this is going to take work, and it's going to mean that you're going to have to almost stuff your needs and your feelings to be able to handle this. Now, after a certain period, you should see that this person is starting to come out now of their thing and will be more able to give to you the things that you need. And as I said, guys, if you find that this is not something that you're always giving and stuffing and suppressing your needs in terms of for that to make them happy, then you may have to rethink that. But these are the things that they consider to be a perfect relationship. Somebody who will support them and allow them to go wherever they want, whenever they want, to do whatever it is that they want to do, and to not have to question them or punish them for wanting to do what they want to do. And they always also, as I said, want to feel like they can rely on you when they need you. Now, this what I'm going to say next also is relevant for really all relationships, really, right? Because nobody's a mind reader. And so, but specifically for this attachment style, remember, they don't have that emotional intelligence to kind of, or empathy. They don't have that. They are very lacking in those areas, and so they cannot sense when somebody needs them, or they can't really feel that kind of thing when somebody needs help, or what they might need to, or they don't get so deeply emotionally connected to someone to know what satisfies their needs or how to satisfy their needs. So they need for you to tell them specifically what you want that's going to make you happy and what that looks like. Okay, so I want you to spend more time with me. What does that look like? I need you to spend maybe on, can we go out somewhere on weekends, or can we sit down and watch a movie once a week? Stuff like that. You have to actually spell it out for this attachment style, guys. They need for you to communicate your needs clearly. No little gray area, clearly. They don't want to have to guess what you need or to have to read between the lines. And they don't want you to have to be, they start to set up a wall if you complain about it. If you're just complaining about what you want but not telling them what you want. They want to feel that they're unconditionally, that you accept them unconditionally, just the way they are, right? And they are very averse to criticism. They're very sensitive to criticism, as they feel attacked, and they have a very, very low threshold for criticism because it makes them feel ashamed and attacked, and that makes them feel very vulnerable. And as I said before, this attachment style does not want to feel vulnerable, and that's why they don't open up to anything emotional, because that makes them feel vulnerable. Opening up yourself emotionally makes you feel vulnerable, and so all this criticism also makes them feel very vulnerable. They need to feel they can depend on you. They want to feel that you are reliable and dependable and predictable, so that they don't need to guess, are you coming home today? Are you, whatever it is. Are you going to be there for me if I need you? They need to feel that. And so whatever it is that you need to do to make them feel that you are, to do things in a predictable way, that they feel comfortable knowing that they can rely on you. They need you to actually teach them, as I said before, how to meet your needs since they, as I say, they are not emotionally intelligent or don't have that empathy to be able to connect with you in that way, to kind of understand what your needs are without you telling them. All right. Now, how do you deal with this attachment style? This is what those things that I mentioned earlier are the things that they consider that is a part of a great relationship for them. That's their perspective of a great relationship. Now, how do you deal with this attachment style? When they leave and they want the space that they crave so much, they need, then do not chase, because what that does, it just makes it worse. And the way you cope with this is to realize that this has nothing to do with you if they're dealing with their core wounds in other way that they know how to deal with it, and it's about their incapacity to relate to you emotionally. It's nothing to do with you, and so you have to be able to. That is what's going to help you to understand and let them go, and you have to let them know that you're there for them. You love them, and you're there for them when they're ready to come back, and also. Because what you do is if you push for connection, when they want their space, then that just makes it worse. Actually, that makes it worse. And the more you push, the more they withdraw. And of course, so this can be very frustrating as a partner of this attachment style. And so you have to develop strategies for when this happens. Develop these strategies in advance, guys, so that you don't suffer every time things like this happen. Some of these strategies can be self-love. Take time to go out and do a manicure, go to a spa, spend some time with your friends, go and practice some hobby that you've developed, right? That's why I say it's very important for you to have your own life when you are in a relationship with someone from this attachment style. Keep a circle of friends. Do not neglect your friends or your family members, because these are times you're going to need their support and to be there with them and spend time with them when this partner goes into that mode of wanting to be by themselves. Reinforce their positive qualities, because they are really averse to criticism. So if you criticize all the time the things they don't do right and never ever say what they do, what they actually do right, and you just you're critical about the things they do wrong, then they're not going to take that very well. That is one of the reasons they will also just disappear, because they can't take criticism. They just cannot take it. Also, when they return, guys, do not flood them with emotional stuff, because again, they cannot take emotional stuff. Okay, so they come back to you, just tell them, talk to them, and whatever it might be, on a very almost like normal level, no highs and lows and highs and lows, because they can't take emotional stuff. So don't be hugging them and kissing them and whatever it might be, and oh, I'm so happy you're home, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. Don't do that, because they get flooded and will run away again. Okay, remember, this is this is a trigger for them. This emotional overwhelm triggers them to run, and so they start to feel trapped and suffocated, and so they need to be in a space of their own to recoup. So if they start opening up to you emotionally, like if this is going on for a while and now they're coming around to be a little bit more secure, then validate these expressions, because guys, this is going to be very difficult for this particular individual with this attachment style. Or as I said again, remember that as I mentioned all of these things, you might think, oh my God, that is so much work. That's what I'm thinking myself. I don't know if I could deal with that personally. Me personally, I know I couldn't deal with that, because it's just too much work. It's just too much work. I don't want to be working so much. Yes, I need to work in a relationship to maintain and show that person I love them and do all of that. But this is almost like you're trying to recreate somebody from scratch, a personality. But this is just my my thing. But if you are in a relationship and you're already in the relationship and these are the coping skills that you will need to maintain a fairly healthy relationship with this individual from this particular attachment style. So guys, if you've learned something from this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And also please hit that notification bell so that as soon as I upload something new, you will be notified. This is Christine, your relationship and mindset master doctor, and your leverage for change. Take care. Until next time.